There is something happening in the sky today that most horoscopes will not tell you. And if you are a Taurus, it changes how you should spend the next 24 hours. Somewhere between a quiet identity shift and a warm, unplanned conversation, today is asking you to notice what is actually changing beneath the surface of your life. Let us start with what is really going on up there, because there is a lot of movement for a sign known for standing still. From a Western tropical lens, Chiron, the wounded healer, is active in your chart through 2026 and into 2027, specifically touching your sense of image and self-presentation. This is not a cosmetic shift. Chiron works slowly, like water reshaping stone, and it is asking whether the version of yourself you have been showing the world still fits who you are becoming. Alongside that longer arc, today's moon is doing something more immediate. In the Vedic or sidereal tradition, the moon sits in Virgo, lending you a logical, detail-oriented mood, the kind of energy that wants balance rather than extremes. Meanwhile, from the Western tropical view, that same moon is forming a supportive trine with Mercury, linking your house of friendships to your house of communication. Two systems, two calculations, but both point toward the same emotional texture today: clarity, connection, and a nudge to reach out rather than retreat. Here is what almost every generic horoscope misses about this particular Moon-Mercury trine. It is not just about small talk. It is about timing. A group plan, a pending reply, a question someone's been dancing around. This is the day those things get resolved with less friction than usual. Take a breath here, because this next part is personal. If you have been the one holding a group together, quietly managing everyone's comfort so nothing falls apart, today's energy gives you permission to loosen that grip. Staying flexible does not mean losing control. It means trusting the connection is stronger than your management of it. Now picture this. Imagine an old photograph of yourself, one where the pose feels stiff, the expression rehearsed. Chiron's slow work is like finally deciding to retake that picture, this time letting your actual expression show through instead of the one you think you are supposed to wear. That is the emotional undercurrent running beneath everything else today. This sensitivity to connection does not stay confined to friendships. It is already leaning into your love life. If you have noticed a random encounter or an unplanned interaction lately, this is likely the energy behind it. As the Pisces moon harmonizes with Mercury in Cancer in the broader picture, a casual conversation, a friend's introduction, or a running group chat may turn warmer than expected. The temptation here is to stay in observer mode, to watch the moment happen rather than step into it, because it feels unplanned and unofficial. But here is what changes everything. Love, today, does not seem interested in formal invitations. It may show up through a follow-up text you almost do not send, or a conversation that keeps going after everyone else has logged off. If you are partnered, that same energy translates into deeper presence with someone already in your life, less performance, more honesty. Family matters may also be quietly asking for more of your attention right now, and holding back your true feelings, while tempting, may not serve you as well as simply letting yourself be seen. That theme of authenticity over performance carries directly into how you are approaching work. The identity questions stirred by Chiron are not just personal, they are professional too. If your public-facing brand, your resume, your online presence, or even your personal style has started to feel like it belongs to an older version of you, this window through 2026 and 2027 is unusually supportive of revision. The Vedic emphasis on logic and balance reinforces this from another angle. If you have been overextended on career at the expense of everything else, today's grounded, rational moon energy makes it easier to see where the imbalance lies and start correcting it without drama. Two traditions, one message. The version of professional you that felt urgent a year ago may not be the version that serves you now. That same recalibration has a financial echo, and it is worth pausing on, because money often reflects identity more than people realize. Change of scenery, a short trip, or simply stepping outside your usual routine may open a door to unexpected income or opportunity. It is not a guarantee, more a favorable current worth paying attention to if it appears. Sensible, cautious choices serve you better than any impulsive leap right now, particularly around risk. Here is the good news they did not mention. Luck does appear to be leaning your way today, especially in matters of connection, so caution does not mean closing off. It means choosing wisely. Here is what makes today genuinely worth paying attention to. Two completely different systems, the introspective, logic-driven Vedic moon in Virgo and the socially warm Western Mercury trine, are both pointing toward the same underlying truth that clarity and connection are not opposites today, they are partners. Most people will treat today's practical mood and today's social opening as separate moods. They are not. The steadiness you feel internally is exactly what makes it safe to reach outward. That is the quiet reframe worth remembering long after today ends. Let that settle for a second, because it directly shapes your well-being too. With so much internal recalibration happening, your body and mind may be asking for something similar to what your identity is asking for, permission to be flexible rather than rigid. If you have been pushing hard on structure and discipline, this is a good day to loosen that grip slightly. Take a walk instead of a workout, journal instead of overthinking, breathe before responding. Some Vedic practitioners might suggest Saturn-related practices, such as specific mantras or supportive colors, for individuals whose personal charts indicate a need for that kind of grounding. Though this is not universal guidance, and any deeper remedy work really does require a full birth chart reading rather than a blanket recommendation. What is universally safe, though, is simple. Blue, tied to calm and clarity, is considered a supportive color for you today. So if you are choosing an outfit or a small accent, that is a gentle nod worth following. This inward, reflective mood naturally spills into home and family too. You may find yourself wanting to reconnect with people you have been neglecting while focused elsewhere, and that pull is worth honoring rather than postponing. A short window in the late afternoon, roughly between 5 and 6:30, seems particularly favorable for these kinds of conversations. So if there is a call you have been meaning to make or a visit you have been putting off, this stretch of time may make it easier than expected. If travel crosses your mind today, even briefly, it is tied to that same identity theme we started with, a change of scenery functioning less as an escape and more as a mirror, letting you see your usual life from a slight distance. Spiritually, that is really today's invitation, stepping back just far enough to notice which parts of your routine still feel true and which ones you have simply been repeating out of habit. If you are looking for quick takeaways, here they are. Blue is your supportive color today. Late afternoon into early evening carries favorable energy for reconnecting with people who matter. Staying flexible in group plans protects your relationships more than trying to control the outcome does. And if an unplanned conversation turns warmer than expected, there is little reason to hold back. So here is where today's story really lands. The steadiness you are known for, Taurus, is not about staying the same, it is about staying grounded while everything around you shifts. Your image, your relationships, your sense of what actually fits your life anymore. That is not instability. That is growth wearing a familiar face. If this reading felt like it was speaking directly to what you have been quietly sensing, that is worth noting and worth returning for tomorrow, because tomorrow's sky keeps building on exactly this story.